Hey, I'm Rex Roy from AOL Autos, and today I'm going to show you how to do a do-it-yourself oil change. Now, do-it-yourself oil change is really easy if you're prepared, so get everything you need ahead of time before you even open the hood. Now, the car we're working on today is a 1975 Dodge Dart Sport. This bad boy has a built 360 Magnum with a 4-barrel carburetor. It's been a while since it's had an oil change. All right, now we've already got the car lifted and on jack stands for safety. If you don't know where the jacking points are, look it up in the owner's manual. Now it's time to go under the car and drain the oil. All right, so now we're under the Dart. Gravity is going to cause the oil to go like this. So you just want to loosen it to the point where you think it's going to start to drip, and then you can hand spin the drain plug the rest of the way off. And I'll just let the drain plug fall into the catch pan we've got here. There we go. Now that just has to finish dripping. You can tell a lot from the color and the texture as to how badly the car needed an oil change. This oil is dark, it's opaque, and it even has kind of a grainy feel to it. This car really needed an oil change. We took the oil drain plug out. We certainly have to put it back in. All right, now I'll tighten this up with the wrench. All right, now it's time to change the filter. With this car, we do it from on top because it's easier to get at. A lot of cars you can get from below. This is an oil filter wrench. You're going to need one of these to break the filter free from the engine block. The oil filter fits in there like that. Presto, works beautifully. And there we go. Once you get it broken loose, you can spin it the rest of the way off by hand. But before you do that, make sure that your oil catch pan is underneath, because otherwise you'll have a mess. Some oil will come out of that oil filter. All right, now that we've got the old filter out, we need to check the area where the new filter will seal up against the block and make sure that there aren't any bits of old gasket or any other kind of debris that would cause a leak. So I'm just going to reach down with the rag and wipe it off and then visually inspect it to make sure it's clean. And we're all set down there. Now, I'll go ahead and I'll get the new filter. This is a high-performance K&N filter. Works great with these big V8 engines. This filter has a neat feature that I really like. It's an attachment that you can fit a socket onto or a wrench, and when you're in tight spaces, it makes it a lot easier to get on and spin back off. Now what you have to do so that this seals up against the block is you put just a dab of fresh oil and then you spin it around like that. And that lubricates the seal so that it locks tightly up against the block. And then we'll just drop the filter down and spin it on. And I'm going to reach back down there with the oil filter wrench and give it another quarter turn to make sure we don't have any leaks. Once I do that, we can fill up the crankcase with the oil. Now, while this clean oil is going in, one of the things you've got to think about is what to do with the old dirty oil that we took out. Most areas have recycling centers where you can take your old oil, look for them on the internet, then you're good to go. Now I'll put the cap back on and we're going to fire it up and check for leaks visually. All right, Patrick. We're good. All right, we've got no leaks. Just perfect, just what we had hoped for. So, we got two things to do before we can take this bad boy out for a drive. First, we've got to get it down off the jack stands, and second, we'll just use the dipstick to confirm that we've got the right amount of oil in the motor. Then we're good to go. I'm Rex Roy for AOL Autos. Thanks for watching.